Welcome to More in America, an exhibition by the sculptor Henry Moore at the New York Botanical Garden. This exhibition features 20 works spread throughout the garden grounds and is the largest exhibition solely to focus on his outdoor sculpture in the United States. So this sculpture is titled Three-Piece Reclining Figure Draped, and as the title suggests, it literally is in three pieces. Henry Moore has explored this theme with a few of his sculptures, the idea of breaking up the human form into more than one piece. What he's done with this sculpture is also make it inherently more three-dimensional by playing with the surface. As the sun hits this smooth part, it creates a highlighted area, whereas next to it, he's created cross-hatching to emphasize the shadow of this piece. So by emphasizing the shadows and highlights of the figure, it becomes more three-dimensional as we see it. So this piece is titled Large Reclining Figure 1984, the original of which is in bronze and sits in Singapore outside the Overseas Chinese Bank headquarters. As we look at this piece, there's clearly figurative elements as we see the head, the breasts, and kind of the torso of the figure. But as we walk down, where we would expect to find legs, there's a very amorphous quality to the sculpture, almost like something you would see out of the surrealist painting of Juan Miró. And as we continue down, we almost have a bone-like aspect, something that even reminds us of a knee joint. The bright white of the fiberglass, contrasted with the vivid green of the grass, as well as the brilliant blue of the sky, kind of creates this tableau for us, almost as if it was a painting rather than a sculpture. So this sculpture is titled Locking Piece 1963-64, and as the title suggests, the inspiration for this piece was Henry Moore was playing with two stones, and he got them interlocked in his hands, and he couldn't seem to get them undone. So he kind of took that natural inspiration and created this large-scale sculpture. And this piece introduces a really important theme in Henry Moore's work, the theme of the internal-external. What that means is his use of negative space, or where there isn't anything. So if we look in the negative space in this sculpture, it's just as important as the actual mass itself, because with that hole in the middle, the whole form becomes immediately more three-dimensional. So this sculpture is titled Oval with Points 1968-1970. And although we can't really tell upon walking upon it what Henry Moore was trying to convey, while making this sculpture he was actually looking at an elephant skull and kind of this negative space that exists in the center of an elephant skull. But what he's done is turned this negative space on its side. So Henry Moore's used this skull for inspiration. We can kind of see in the top corner this solidity that brings to mind kind of the solidness of a bone. What he's also done is created this lovely sense of tension in these 2 points that come together. Not only do these 2 points exist in the negative space of the elephant skull, but that also brings to mind an elephant's tusks. For more information on More in America and the New York Botanical Gardens, please visit our website at www.nybg.org. And as Henry Moore says, sculpture is like a journey. It changes when you come back. So please come back and visit us in all seasons.